Hey, Josh Johnson here. Time to talk my favorite topic, weather. Alabama's best rain chance in weeks arrives today. So if you have been doing your rain dance, your rain prayers, your rain wishes, your rain hopes, they're about to come true in a large portion of the state. This is the new data this morning has really gotten much more amplified and much more aggressive with the coverage of rain and thunderstorms around the state this afternoon and into the evening. Speaking of that data, let me show it to you. Here you see now the 12Z run of the high-res rapid refresh model. Bunch of words, doesn't mean much to you, doesn't need to. So you'll notice what we have now essentially, big scattered thunderstorm complex up over North Alabama. Let me fast forward you in time, though. You'll notice that cluster of thunderstorms draws closer to Montgomery, entering our kind of northern and western counties. This will be out around 2 o'clock this afternoon. So the initial wave of this gets going in here into the early afternoon hours today. You kind of see it there, right? So what will that be? Well, heavy rain, some thunder, some lightning, some gusty wind. I don't expect much of a tornado threat in this, but we'll keep an eye on it. Stranger things have occurred. But by early afternoon, I think it will be raining and raining hard, particularly north of Montgomery, and then getting down closer to Montgomery into mid-afternoon. And then look what happens. You've got this big cluster of thunderstorms back here over Mississippi. This is 6 o'clock this evening, and this is still back here over North Mississippi. Let me go back to 6 o'clock there. There's 6 o'clock right there. And you've got this big cluster of thunderstorms running from around Starkville, Mississippi, back down to Jackson. That will come on through our neck of the woods later on this evening. You see that little miniature bow echo segment right there running from around Northport, Jasper, Tuscaloosa, curving back down towards Demopolis. This is valid at 8 o'clock tonight. Out ahead of it, there's some nuisance rain, but this is the real deal back here. Then this plows on through. Strong gusty wind will be the main concern within this. Also some very nice rainfall totals out of this. And notice this runs all the way down almost to the Florida border. So far south Alabama, you may not get quite as much as you're hoping to get, but for 90% of the state, this is going to be the best rain we have had in a long time. Let's talk amounts. For that, we'll go with the HUR again. I think it's got a pretty good read on the whole scenario here. This is out through 18 hours. That is single hour QPF, which I don't need. I need the total precept. Now we're cooking. Some pretty healthy totals, right? We're talking 1 to 2 inches of rain. Now we're in a drought, so still I would reduce these by 25, 30%, right? I would suggest an inch to an inch and a half is likely in a big section of the state. Notice though, the southernmost counties may not get quite that much initially. Now understand though, remember that the HUR data we were looking at a moment ago showing you where it was raining, that still had some rain back in Mississippi that was going to pivot on through a little bit later on. And the other thing for South Alabama, we'll log in on the fly here. The rain chance continues after today. So this is the GFS. Watch what happens here. So let's go into loop mode here because that's better about everything. So this is, watch with me here. Okay, so this is Friday morning right here, and you've got another cluster of showers and storms. This would be kind of a widespread rain scenario Friday afternoon on into Saturday morning. That does not really look like a severe weather setup. We'll keep an eye on it. But that would be an additional pop of rain in there that would really do the body good, so to speak. In fact, what I'll do, I'll show you the total QPF off the GFS for the next 5 days. This is out valid through Saturday night, and you've got some 1, 2, 3, 4-inch rain totals across the northern 3/4 of the state. Smaller amounts in the Wiregrass. Let's compare that to the Euro here, see how it looks. Same scenario. If anything, I would suggest to you the Euro is even more beneficial and aggressive with rainfall totals. Let's zoom in here. So this is raw data off the European computer model run. It's got 4 inches at Montgomery. That would be just what the doctor ordered. Tries to bullseye almost 5 inches out towards Demopolis. Now look, the exact placement on this will be off. Every model is wrong, but many of them are useful. But the idea is we will deal with multiple clusters of showers and thunderstorms this afternoon and tonight. Then I think the coverage drops a little for Thursday and Friday morning, and then it goes back up Friday afternoon, Friday night, and Saturday at least. So bottom line here, we are going to get some really decent rainfall totals out of this by the time we get to, say, Sunday of this weekend. Okay, the other thing we need to talk about is what happens with temperatures. It is going to turn sharply colder into this weekend. How about that? This is 4 o'clock in the afternoon on Sunday, May 3rd, and we are in the upper 60s. This is almost 20 degrees colder than we've been lately. It's 7 a.m. Sunday temperatures. Look at that. We're in the 40s. So it turns much, much colder around here into the upcoming weekend. So a lot to break down, a lot to discuss, but the main things you need to know, scattered shower and storm chances are in the mix there into the day-to-day. They will ramp up in a big way tonight. The severe weather threat, I wanted to show you the SPC convective outlooks. They've got a slight risk that goes over into much of Alabama, but understand, here's the tornado risk for today. It's bullseye back over Mississippi, Arkansas, Louisiana. Tiny risk in West Alabama. And for the rest of us, they don't have a risk drawn. This is a wind-driven slight risk for us today. This is not driven by a tornado threat. Then they've got a marginal risk in effect for much of our area for tomorrow, because we'll have kind of those additional clusters of showers and thunderstorms at times tomorrow. I do think they will tend to favor areas west of us a little bit, but we'll get into the mix on a kind of a smaller scale basis. So, all right, that's the update on this Tuesday, April 28th, 2026. As always, I appreciate you hanging out. I'll be live on WSFA at 11, 12, and 5 today. So the midday news and then the 5 o'clock news. Hope to see you there.